Hey guys, ShadowFox here and welcome back to another episode of SevTech. So in the last episode we started getting into the Betweenlands. I've been doing a bit of work off camera, still haven't cleaned up this mess yet. But I actually went caving in the Betweenlands and got some octine and cemerite ingots. Also crafted up a weedwood bucket, and actually while we're here, let's just get straight into the next bit, which is to create a purifier. Is that how we do it? Oh, we need one extra octane. Awesome, so that's done. Now the reason we need that is for these things here, which are the middle gem ores. We use those in the purifier with some sulfur and swamp water, which is why I've got the bucket. And that'll create the middle gems, which we need for one of the next advancements, which is the Smeltery Controller. So I need to get myself back into the Betweenlands. Let's have a quick check on these. So I found these white pear seeds from some hanging vines on a giant tree in the Betweenlands. What I've done is I've placed down some swamp dirt. You right click that with the shovel to create dug dirt, and then you fill it with compost, which is made in these things over here. You dump some mushrooms or whatever from the Betweenlands in there, and those will compost, which you then use to fill the dug dirt with. Fortunately they haven't grown yet, so that might take a bit of time. Let's head back inside here. There we go. So I'm just going to clear out a bit of space here. Oh, sorry Mr. Froggy, but you're in the way. Okay, so let's pop the purifier down. So I'll pop the sulfur in. Now it's one of the aqua middle gems I need, so I'll pop that in first. And then we'll pop the swamp water in. And we can see that's now smelting down the ore. And there we have it, that's the aqua middle gem, which apparently we can place on tools and has a chance to weaken enemies when attacking and gain defense when attacked. It's interesting. Alright, now we've got that, let's head back over to the overworld and we can start getting the Tinker's Forge done. Okay, so first up I'm going to get the controller out of the way. That, and that should get us the advancement. Yes? No? Okay, I've got to place all of the blocks first to get that. So I'm going to make a couple of faucets. Casting table. Casting basin. Now I need a tank, which is one of these things here. Okay, so that needs a clay barrel. I believe I have one of those somewhere. There it is. There's that. So we've got the controller, the tank, the faucets, the casting tables and basins. So I believe the only thing that's left now is to actually get the bricks themselves to make the structure. Awesome, so let's head down into the forge area. So this is where the smeltery is going to be. I think what I might do is pop it down in this corner here. I don't want to make this thing too big, as we don't have a massive amount of seared bricks at this point. So I'm going to go with a 4x4 base. I think that should be sufficient. Oh, you're not supposed to be that. And then we'll do it 3 high for now. Alright guys, so I made a little more than I needed, and I actually built the smeltery up to 5 high now. So I've got all the pieces in place, as you can see. So the last thing I should need is the Smeltery Controller. And there we go, that's the control advancement. Does that let us? Yes, it does. So we can now get a compass, buckets, biome analyzer, I get a depth meter, and speedrunner as well. Interesting. Never used a lot of these before. Alright, so now I've got the smeltery up and running. I've actually brought over a few buckets of lava. I've also put in a gold block that I managed to smelt down using the porcelain smeltery upstairs. So that's created 1 block of gold ingots. Now, can I make an ingot cast like this? Seems like I can. That's awesome, because that's going to get us, it's going to make us able to start making ingots from this. And you can see I've actually built some new storage drawers. I'm actually using white porcelain and the leftover seared bricks to do this, which I think is looking pretty cool. It fits in with the rest of this area, or will do once I've finished it. So I've brought all the ore clusters down, also started putting the ores in their respective drawers here. So now we can start getting ingots, which is awesome. So I've got the nugget cast already from one of the previous advancements. Is there anything else we need? Can I get more casts? I'm sure there's more I can get. Oh, of course, I've got to make all of the casts for the different Tinker's parts. So I'll get on with that. I'll be back once that's done. Alright, so I've got most of the main casts made. Got all of the tool, the ingots, and the armor ones made. There's one more I want to do, which is going to be very useful, and that is to make a bucket cast. Now I've got a bunch of iron already smelting down, so let's have a quick check and see how that's doing. Yep, that's done. So we'll switch over to the iron, and finally this means we're going to get a proper bucket, which means it's not going to break every time I transport lava, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. And there we have it, that's the next advancement. They be stealing my bucket. Awesome. So I don't think I'm going to bother with these ones just yet. Again, like all your ones, I'll probably do them later just for completionist's sake. But that's awesome, because we're now getting into the Tinker Smeltery stuff, which means I can make all sorts of awesome. Okay, so the first bit of armor I want to get is these things here, which are the slime boots. I believe those will actually prevent fall damage, which is going to be really helpful when we start getting into some of the other dimensions. Let's have a quick try of them. Where can actually, let's just try jumping off here, see if this works. Yes, there we go. That's awesome. Alright, so next up on my list is I want to create the Slime Sling, which we do like so, with a congealed slime blood, string and some glue. And you probably also notice in my inventory I've also crafted up a iron pick using some copper for the tool rod and binding and iron for the pickaxe head. I did that off camera as I forgot to record. But now we've got this slime sling, that's going to make travelling so much easier. Yes, and now if I use this slime sling, you can see I get catapulted across the room, and I don't take any damage thanks to the slime boots. So that's going to make travelling a hell of a lot easier. So we're going to give this slime sling a go outside. So let's have a look. So if I wanted to go over to the village, for example, rather than swimming, I can just catapult myself over. You can see we've got quite a distance as well, and thanks to the slime boots we don't take any damage. So that's going to make exploration so much easier. So now that I've got myself some new boots and a pickaxe, what I'm doing is making myself up some armour. So I'm using iron as the base for the armour cores. Now we need the plates and trim. So I think for the trim I'm going to use copper for the well established trait. So let's have a look. Let's trim, there it is. And then for the plates, I'm not sure yet what I want to use. So you can see these are different modifiers for durability, toughness and modifier itself. I'm not sure what that does. But I want something that has decent toughness and durability. Now iron gives us 5 durability, 0 toughness. Silver, which we don't have. Here we go. So we've got bronze. It's 1.1 modifier, 5.5 durability, and 1.25 toughness. Looking very fancy indeed there. Not sure the slime boots really match though. Okay, so with the new tool set done, I'm going to look to start getting into the main advancements again. So the first one is the Constellation Paper, which requires the Necronomicon ritual. So we need gold ingots, aquamarines and rock crystals, and a bit of parchment. So I've crafted up a bit of washi, which gets us the parchment. And then to make Constellation Paper, we need 2 gold ingots, 4 aquamarine and 2 rock crystal. Okay, so now that I've got everything I need, let's head out to the Abyssal Craft Ritual Circle. While we're over here, I just want to point out, you can probably see the Luminous crafting table just over there. That's where I'm actually going to be building the Astral Sorcery area, assuming that there's going to be decent starlight there, of course. Okay, so for this we need parchment in the middle. We've got the 4 aquamarines, two gold ingots and 2 rock crystals. And all we need is the Necronomicon, and I believe we shift right click. And of course we get set on fire again. But there we go, that's the aquamarine done. And you can see I've also got the defeat the Ender Menace advancement there, as I've already got some Ender Dust. What does this open up? So we've got Luminous crafting table requires a starlight meter to be filled before crafting operation can be completed. Craft and use the Phosic resonator to locate an area in the world that is rich in starlight. That's probably a good place to start before we decide for definite where I want the Luminous table to go. Now that does require liquid starlight, which means we need to do the light well advancement first. But to do that we need the Luminous crafting table, which means I am going to have to try and find out how to get an ender pearl. Some molten ender pearl comes from the ender pearl dust. So I guess what I'm going to do is head into the hunting dimension and see if I can find some endermen. Alright guys, so I've just made my way back from the ender dimension. Got a few goodies from there, so we've got some rotten flesh, bones, some extra string, gunpowder, I believe that was it, and of course the ender dust. So I believe we can just smelt this down in the Tinker's Forge, which looks like it's happening. The question then is, how do I make an ender pearl? I need a pan cast. Can I make this using this? So that gets us the pan pattern. Yep, so there's a stone pan. So let's pop this in the casting table. So that makes the pan cast. And then we can switch over to the Molten Ender Pearl. And that should create us 1 pearl. Awesome, so we need the resonating wand. Just 1 pearl, 2 aquamarine and 2 marble. So let's head back upstairs. Grab 2 aquamarines. Oh, and the marble's downstairs, I think. Yes, there it is. So I believe we can just do this in a crafting table. Like so. Awesome, and now we need to get into the light well. If I just remind myself how we do that. So that needs some runed, chiseled, and aquamarine and a rock crystal. I believe we're going to have to make the chisel for that. So it's this one here, which is an iron ingot and a stick, I believe. Oh wow, look at all the mobs. Come on then, let's take you on. Please don't blow up, please don't blow up. Okay, the sword's doing pretty well. What is that spider doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Ruined marble. Chisel marble. Rock crystal and aquamarines. Now you can see here we actually need a little bit more starlight. So I'm going to have to wait until it's night time before we do that. Alright, so night is slowly coming. But I believe we've now got more than enough starlight to be able to craft this. And you can see I've just gone around and lit up the area since we're going to be working at night as well. Don't want any baddies creeping us. So that gets us the light well, which if I pop this down here, is it rock crystals we use? I might have missed a bit with the torches. So this is going to give us liquid starlight, and we're going to use that to create the Fossick resonator. And I just want to add while I'm waiting here that the particle effects in Astral Sorcery are absolutely amazing. Like visually, this is probably one of the best mods out there in my opinion. But anyway, there's the liquid starlight. So that goes in the middle. Then we want an aquamarine, bronze rod and 2 marble. Is that not going to work? Ah, okay, it's actually a gold ingot. That recipe is just for a normal crafting table. What was that? The hell was that? That wasn't just me imagining it, was it? Something... Oh! That was the rock crystal breaking. I see. Also, where did that explosion come from? Nothing exploded around me, did it? Huh. Very strange. So that's the resonator done, which gets us the starlight geolocation advancement. We can also get into the weeding gadgets to create chunk loaders, but I think I'm going to leave that one for now and just progress along the rest of the Astral Sorcery advancements to get into the next stage. Oh wow, that's a lot of starlight there. Hopefully there's a bit more over here. There's absolutely nothing. What about over here? Absolutely nothing. So it looks like I'm probably going to have to clear out the chickens and a couple of the trees and actually start building the Astral Sorcery stuff there. I just want to say, guys, I'm really sorry, but this has to be done. Your slaughter is necessary for me to advance. Come on, stay still. Stay. Who would have thought slaughtering chickens could be so difficult? Come back. God, they're fast for the size, aren't they? Guys, welcome back. So I've been doing a bit of work off camera on the Astral Sorcery place, as you can see up here. So this is the area where the buffaloes and chickens once were, and looks like we've got a friend trying to join us. Off you go. But yeah, so I've got the first kind of level of the build done. Now, for those who don't know, the Astral Sorcery tables gather more starlight the higher up they are. So what I'm doing is I'm actually starting to build up a tower, and the actual area where we're going to do the Astral Sorcery crafts is going to be at the top of this tower. So we go here and see we have to build a altar of sorts, similar to the Necronomicon rituals. So that's going to be up on the top of the tower. I'm not sure yet how high I want to build this. But yeah, you can see we've got the first level there. We've got some windows on this side. Obviously these aren't going to be there forever. I'm just holding them there for now until I can move them properly. Same on this side. I'll probably clear out a lot of this area, so the trees, the grass and everything. And I've got two exits, one on each side, just for making travel a bit easier. But as useful as the sling is for getting up to the top of this building and getting down again without harming myself, there's one thing I want to have a look at, because I believe there is a bauble in this that lets you climb. Here we are, the climbing gloves. So that needs leather, iron, glue and black dye powder, all of which we have. Alright, so I've gathered up the materials that we need. So let's create the climbing gloves. And then I believe these work as a bauble. It says bauble any. So I'm just going to put it in a ring slot. So if I now head outside, let's just jump up here. Now I should be able to just climb this wall like the spider buff from the totems, which is going to come in very handy for creating this tower. Means I don't have to worry about scaffolding too much, and since I've got the slime boots, I don't need to worry about fall damage either. The problem I do have is I'm running quite low on marble. I've got about 2 stacks of it left in the storage drawers in the basement. Other than that, this is all I've got left, so I am going to have to start hunting for marble. I guess the beneath is probably a good place to go for that. So I'm going to do some resource gathering, see if we can get some more aquamarine and black quartz while I'm there, and I'll be back once that's done. Progress update time. So I've got the kind of second layer of the tower started. As you can see, I'm going for a pattern of the runed marble, followed by the stone bricks with the pillars on the corners. I'm going back up into the runed marble, and so on. So I might do that for maybe 3 levels, I guess. So each one of these is going to be a floor, and then after that it'll taper in once more, go up another 3 or 4 levels, and then we'll be at the top. But I'm just taking a quick break from building the tower itself just to give the windows a try. So I've got 2 choices here. I've got light blue stained glass. I'm kind of keeping in with the Astral Sorcery theme, so the light blue is supposed to represent the aquamarines. And I've also got the stained glass panes, so I want to have a quick check and see which one I prefer. So let's just get down from here. So that's the normal blue glass. And then over here we've got the stained glass panes. I think I prefer the panes. I just think it gives it that little bit extra bit of depth. I should also mention that currently England is very warm right now. They're talking about a heat wave that's going to last for a couple of weeks. I feel like I'm sweating out of my butt. That is how warm it is. And I know I've complained about this on another episode before, but I'm English. What do you expect? We don't handle heat. We just sweat and burn and then complain about it. And then we wait till the temperature gets cold again, and then we complain it's too cold. That's what we do. That is what the British do. We complain about the weather, okay? So as you guys should be able to see from up here, I'm making quite a bit of progress on the tower. Unfortunately, although not unexpectedly, I've run out of marble. Yeah. So you can see I moved the Starlit crafting table up here. I'm just going to jump down so you can see how much I've actually done. Let's jump down here. I'm going to try and not spoil it until we get further enough away. I think around here should do. Once we stop bouncing. Okay, and 3, 2, and a 1. Yeah, so you can see I've got the entire kind of second layer of the tower done now. Now I'm not so sure about the windows on this bottom bit. Thinking what I might do is actually knock out this bit and just have it as one window. And you can see when we go up to the third layer, the windows actually become one wide. So I'm going to have to leave that for a bit until I can go and get some more marble. I've already went out and gathered some more since the last time that I went. That's how much we use in here. And you can see just the amount of marble this is taking. It's taking about a stack per ring of per layer that we're doing. So let's have a look, see what else we can do in the meantime. So I think probably the best thing to do is to try and find some lapis. So we need to find a surface sample and dig for lapis. Now I'm going to go dump some of these materials into a chest and then we'll head out. So I haven't found any lapis yet, and I've travelled quite far. I found this guy. He's so cute. What is it? Ember Root Zoo. Oh, such a cutie, aren't you? Do you give us anything? Got an owl egg. Awesome. Finally, I found one. So just to give you an idea how far I've gone. I actually started off going in. Where's home? So I started off going in this direction. I've actually gone all the way around. Fortunately, the Slime Sling and Slime Boots have made it a lot quicker, but let's see if we can actually find the Vein of Lapis now. Come on, if I can't find a vein now, I'll be very disappointed. Oh wow, guys, if you take a look at this. So I've not found any lapis yet. I've done a lot more travelling, as you can see. I dug around a bit, couldn't find any, moved on. Not found any other ground samples yet, but I did find this thing here, which is a river that goes off into a cave by the looks of it. This is some really cool terrain generation. Really wish you could see this kind of stuff in vanilla. Look, see, it has a branch that joins it there. Another one coming from that direction. Let's have a quick check up here actually. Yeah, it's got all these little branches. Looks like that's probably coming from the surface again. But if we go back down here, we can see it heads out into this lovely river. There's nothing too special there, I just thought I'd show you that, as I think that's really cool. And there it is, guys. Finally, after all that time, I found some lapis. And of course, it sat right on top of some lava. And there we have it, so that's the lapis mined out. So I've got about 3.5 stacks there. It's not a massive amount, but it's certainly going to do for now. And again, these climbing gloves are just absolutely amazing. I mean, the fact that I can just climb out of that hole without any scaffolding blocks at all is awesome. So now I've just got to make my way home, which is east and a little to the south. Thankfully, that's not going to be a problem. Unless I manage to accidentally launch myself into a lava lake, which, let's be honest, knowing my luck, is entirely possible. Alright guys, welcome back. So this is about a day and a half later since the last clip. The reason for that is a couple of things. One, it's just been that hot that it's been difficult to spend too much time near my computer. Secondly, I'm actually preparing for a new project. What's a project? I'm just making up my own words here. I'm preparing for a new project in Minecraft. So for those who don't know, I'm part of the Stress Monster 101 Patreon subscribers, known as the Monsters of Nowhere. So in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to be restarting our vanilla Minecraft world to coincide with the launch of 1.13 and also the 2-year anniversary of the last vanilla server. So in preparation for that, I've actually been going into a creative world and starting to design my plans for that server. So what I'm thinking is I want to do a very kind of fantasy themed base, lots of dragons and fire and lava and stone towers and so on. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I have been playing some SevTech in between that, however I've mainly been doing resource gathering, bits of building and so on. So I've found some more lapis, gathered some more ores, and oh, looks like we've got a thunderstorm up there. But yeah, I've gathered plenty more marble as well. So I've gone through an absolute ton of this stuff. So what I need to do next is, well, firstly find my Astral Sorcery tome. I believe it's in one of these storage crates. Or not, actually. I think I know where I've put it. I've got a chest with most of my Astral Sorcery stuff in, so I've probably put it in there. So let's head upstairs. I believe it's this one. Yes, there it is. So what I need to do to get the next advancement, I'll just show you quickly, is get the Starlit upgrade, which upgrades the luminous crafting table to the next tier. But in order to do that, we also need to build this structure, which you can see has the materials there. Now the marble's not a problem because that's all just chiseled, and I've also got the Starlit crafting altar already. The only thing I need to craft before I go is the sooty marble. That's this stuff here, which we use a luminous crafting table with 8 marble and a piece of coal, and I need 21 in total. So let's grab a couple of stacks of marble, and I'll need 3 coal. So let's head upstairs and I'll show you what I've actually been doing on the tower, as I've got the 3rd kind of tier set up now. So I've just slept through the night, which get rid of the thunderstorm, and as you can see, we've got a lot done here. That's taken an absolute metric ton of marble to do so. Okay, so this is the last of the structural bricks going in, like so, and that creates the altar. So the last thing I need to do is just find out what materials we actually need to craft the table itself. So I need 4 marble pillars, 2 chiseled marble, rock crystal and starlight. So let's have a look. So it was 4 pillars, 2 chiseled. For some reason my game seems to keep lagging out, which isn't great. 4 of those, 2 of those, and then I need the rock crystal and the starlight. Unfortunately I happen to have a bucket of liquid starlight here, so the last thing we need is the rock crystal. We'll grab one of the really small ones. We'll just dump the extra marble in there for now. Now all we've got to do is wait until night time, and then we'll be able to craft up the next tier of crafting table. Okay, as all of the materials are in, so we can see the result here. Now I can't actually see the bar telling me how much starlight I need, so I'm going to assume that I may have enough already, even though it's the middle of the day, and I do. Awesome, so now we're just going to wait for this crafting process to finish, and then that will be the next advancement. Oh, this thing's still going. Oh, there we are. So we've now got the next upgrade, which gives us the 4 extra crafting slots on the side. As you can see, the starlight meter has expanded quite a bit, which is going to be good. It'll allow us to make use of all the extra starlight we get from this area. But anyway, for now, let's have a look and see where the advancements are going. Okay, so it's going into the Twilight Forest. So enter the Twilight Forest dimension to continue your journey. Fill a 2x2 hole with water. Surround it with plants, saplings or flowers and throw an Astral Sorcery star metal ingot into the water to create the portal. So if I have a look at star metal ingots, I know I've already got a bit of stardust somewhere. You can see I need star metal ore, which I can get through crafting, or I can get through starlight transmuting iron ore. Alright guys, I'm going to call the episode there. It's been very different with a lot of building as opposed to advancement this time, but we've got a lot done over the last week or so since I started recording this video. Hopefully in the next episode we'll get into the Twilight Forest, which as I understand has a number of boss mods, so that's going to be very interesting indeed. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.